Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome to the first episode of the 2019 year of the Jess Strom Show. I'm your host, Katie Tetzlaw, here to talk about all things Cal U women's basketball. Before we get into it, we have two very special guests joining us today, two seniors from the program, Emily Suckling and Abby Sporio. Thank you, ladies, for joining us today. I know how much you enjoy being on the show. But for the viewers out there, I would love for you to introduce yourselves to them. Em, you can start first.
So I'm Emily Suckling. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm majoring in sport management.
And Abby, introduce yourself to the whole crew.
I'm Abigail Sporio. I'm from Elizabeth Forward, and I'm a finance major.
Oh, two very good majors. Also seniors that are, getting on the second half of their senior year, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. From where you all started to where we are now, I can't believe how quickly time has passed. Let's talk about a few things, though. Being a senior, when you come in, it's August, and you're at home getting ready to come back to the States. What are your expectations as you're getting ready to come to Cal U and know what basketball season is ahead of you?
Honestly, just to go through preseason first. Obviously, learn all of that, get the chemistry together with the girls, just get to know all the new girls because we had a lot coming in to start with, and then I guess just work hard.
Yeah, take it day by day, correct? Yeah. I think it's great that you say that because I think so many people look ahead, and we talk about championships a lot. We talk about what it takes to be a champion every day at practice, but it really starts with every single day, and that starts with preseason. Abby, for you, when you're at home getting ready to come back, what were your expectations coming into the school year?
We have a brand new team, so, just getting to know everyone again and seeing how our chemistry was on the team, getting close with the girls because, with our team, family is the most important thing. So I was excited about that.
And so, ladies, off to a fast start here. The Vulcans are right now, we're 11-1, 5-1 in the PSAC. And tell us a little bit about what you think about the start we had. Why do you think we're heading in that right direction? And what do you think that we've done really well to be here right now at this moment?
I think every person on our team is just taking it day by day and learning from the mistakes that we're making in practice and in games. Obviously, people still make mistakes, but I think we're learning and we're seeing those improvements from where we started to where we are now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Abby, she talked about where we were. Where do you think this team can go, and how do you think that we're going to get there?
I definitely think that we can win the PSAC. Really, I think that we can win it all, and it's great that we have an All-American Sierra with us this year again. And I feel like we have all the puzzle pieces this year, and I feel like we could take it pretty far.
And how do you think that the team will be able to do that? Because I know, as we all say, it's really easy for us to sit down and say that we talk about it, we preach it. What goes in? Tell the viewers out there what goes in to your days here at Cal with practice, with school, and how you build a championship program and how you are able to obtain that.
Well, last year we had some problems with injuries. I think if we take that out of the equation, if we stay on our schoolwork and if we practice hard like we need to every single day, then there should be no problems.
And it all starts with hard work and practice. That's what we talk about it, being at a championship level. And, for viewers out there, I don't think they know the time and effort and the dedication that goes into practice every day. The Cal U Vulcans practice really hard. There's not too many in terms of, even on our light days, are they light. Em, can you talk about the grind at practice? What do you think you do to prepare before practice every day, and what it takes physically and mentally to kind of get through that?
Obviously I've been here for 4 years now, so it's kind of just learning off that. But you kind of just, you're expected to bring it, but you just kind of got to do it in a way. You got to do the little things right, and just show, us as seniors, just got to show the underclassmen and help them along.
And Abby, Em talked about, being a senior here and doing that and learning, that's going to be your day. What advice, do you talk to the freshmen about, how to get through those days? Like, what advice do you have from them? When you first came in, were you surprised about how hard we practice and what we did in practice? What advice could you share with the freshmen about being able to do that consistently every day?
Well, as a transfer, our practices are very different from other colleges' practices. We go a lot harder, but with the freshmen, in the beginning, they were struggling a little bit, and they were talking to me, but I was just like, push through, like, this will make you so much stronger as a person, and you'll start to get used to it.
More mental or more physical? What do you think?
Mental.
Oh,
Definitely
mental.
mental, yeah.
Just kind of digging deep when you don't want to. And that's what we talk about. There's times, I'm sure, that you come off of a game, say we had a day off and your legs are a little beat up, but right back at it. You have to be a little bit mentally strong to tell yourself that you're not tired. How do you do that? You just do it?
Yeah.
Same with you? Just the expectation?
Yep, just got to push through.
Yeah. And, it's kind of crazy that we're talking about your senior year. Have you thought any more about, when the season ends and basketball is over, and when you have graduated with your degrees from Cal U, which is going to be great? You guys are both wonderful, wonderful students. I think for the viewers out there, you guys are excellent in terms of your grades and your GPAs and the amount of time and energy that you put in the academic side along with the basketball side. Have you thought about what you're going to do next?
Honestly, no. I want to go home for a little bit, obviously enjoy family and friends, because obviously being away for basically 4 years. But apart from that, I haven't really worked anything out yet, just take it day by day.
Mm-hmm. Abby, you?
I think about my future every day. Hopefully I can get a good job down Pittsburgh with investments.
And that's what you want to do? Like, dream job for you? Business?
Yes.
Be in a business?
In the stock market, though.
In the stock market?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something
well,
like that.
maybe then you can tell me about it, because that is absolutely something that I know nothing of.
With the stock market, I'm obsessed a little bit.
So you're looking at it on your phone, figuring things out,
Yes.
knowing what's going on. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool that you're into that. Ladies, coming up, we had 2 PSAC games that we had last week. One was on the losing end, one was on the winning end. And tell us how important it is after you had a loss. We lost at Edinburgh, a really great game. We fought hard, just came up short. Tell us how important it was to come then, but go back to Erie and get a win at Gannon.
Over the 4 years, going to Erie and winning has always been tough for us. So I guess it was just showing that we can do it, and coming back to the practice courts after the loss at Edinburgh and just doing the little things right again and getting all the pieces back together and then taking it to Erie.
Mm-hmm. And Abby, Slippery Rock coming up on actually tomorrow, since today is Tuesday. So tell us a little bit about the kind of preparation that we put into it. For the viewers that don't know, where is your focus lie? Is it on this game, right? It's next game,
Yes.
and that's it.
That's it. Well, to prepare, we watched a lot of film. We practiced their offense, their defense. We switch it around. We kind of hit every single angle of it. So, we're ready.
Yeah, a lot of preparation. And then right after Wednesday, hop on the road again. Getting in the bus with the men's team on Friday, heading up to Lock Haven. Tell us a little bit about road trips for you guys. I don't even know this answer. Do you like staying in the hotel? What is your routine? Would you rather be at home in your own bed? Are you okay with being in a hotel, waking up, going to shoot around? And tell us a little bit about your thoughts about the road games.
They're challenging because obviously you're on the road, but I like it. You're at the hotel, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. Abby, what about for you?
Well, it's a ritual. Before every game, me and Gina go down and get a hot chocolate.
Nice pregame meal to fuel you up with the hot chocolate.
Lots of hot chocolate. Sometimes we try to drag Bianca down there. Nothing. It's just fun. We just run around the hotel, have a good time, go in each other's rooms, mess with each other.
Yeah, and it seems like, ladies, this group this year, in the years past, we've always had a sense of family. I think we've always had a lot of each other's backs. This year, it seems like the camaraderie is a really good group. It seems like everybody knows a lot about each other. It seems like there's a lot of genuine respect for each other. How did that all start? Did you think it starts at the top and then it goes through underclassmen? Does it take a willingness to get to know the younger players? Like, how important it is to you to get along with your teammates?
I mean, it's very important to get along. We know from previous years that it makes things on court and then off the court as well pretty bad. So it's good to get along with everyone, and people fight, but we all get along, so it's good.
And that's little bickering. I feel like
Yeah.
it's the same way with your family. You have a brother or a sister that you're with a lot of times. Sometimes you have some things that happen, but you figure it out, and that's what this group seems to do. Abby, where do you think this started from, all this chemistry?
Really, from probably the freshmen. I mean, they're a great group, and they kind of brought us all together. I mean, I love every single one of them. It's a great group.
And to wrap things up, ladies, as we start to end the first segment here, what are you most looking forward to as we it's basically, we're not quite there yet through the PSAC, but it's really the second half of the season. We're getting ready to start the second semester. What are you really excited for?
I guess just playing our last games here at Cal, and with the uniform on and stuff like that, last go around.
That important to you to end your career on a high note?
Yeah.
Abby, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
Just being with my team, like my family for the last time. I'm just happy about that's the way I get to end my career, with people that I love.
Yeah. And you know what? Obviously, the wins always help, but really, at the end of it, in the grand scheme of things, it really is the relationships that we talk about and that we try to push every day. And I think that you guys have done such a great job with really nurturing everybody and bringing everybody together. We have an organizer. We have someone that is bebopping, talking to everybody. You guys each do your part. And, I know from the coaching staff and all our fan base, I think it has been a joy to watch you both grow as not only, basketball players, but as individuals who I think are going to be two really, really successful people. And Em, you had the opportunity to spend some time with your family over break. I know you were in Florida swimming with dolphins. I think it's so cool that you were so grown up to make the trip over to America, to be, over here and to really spend all of your time in the States away from your family. So we know what a sacrifice it is. And Abby, for you, putting it out there every single day, especially in the defensive end, we can't thank you enough for your efforts. So, ladies and gentlemen, last time on the Jess Strom Show, two seniors, Abby Sporio and Em Suckling. That's it for the first half of the Jess Strom Show. We'll be back with Jess Strom coming up.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
Action!
Welcome back, everybody, to the Jess Strom Show. And now on to the interview with Jess Strom, our head coach of the Vulcans. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. 2019, ready to start up again, ready to go.
Happy New Year. Now tell the fans, and I'm curious as myself, how did you ring in the New Year? Were you sleeping before the ball dropped?
Oh, yes, for sure. I don't remember what time it was. I didn't watch any of that, but yeah. I think we had some cake because it was Jade's birthday, and then, yeah, definitely sleep by 8, 9.
Ooh, that's a little early. I know I was banging my pots and pans here in Munhall, PA, waking up the neighbors, ringing in the New Year with some friends and family. But, you know, so far, I feel like we've been in the New Year for a long time. I mean, I know it's only what is the date? The 8th of January, but I feel like we've been in January for a long time. We've been on the road, headed up to Edinburgh on Wednesday, and then just came back from Erie again on Saturday. We asked the ladies what they thought about the road trips for you. Tell the viewers out there what you think about going on the road, especially up to Erie 2 times in 1 week.
Yeah, I don't know who made that schedule, but at least we got out of the way when there was no snow. So for us, you know, it's just a challenge to go up and back to Edinburgh in a day. You know, it's far, but the kids got off the bus and they played hard. So, you know, you can't really, it's the schedule, you got to play it. I like to go up the night before, though. Like when we go up on a Friday, I enjoy it because I think the kids are settled. You know, we know where they are. You know, they go to bed,
relaxed.
hopefully. We know they're in their rooms. Yeah, and it's just time for them to get together. They're all together. They eat together. Just hang out. You know, and it's early. A 1 o'clock game for us is early. So I enjoy going up the night before, staying in a hotel.
And it just reminds me, when I sit there and see them together and how they are, it kind of brings you back to when you played. I remember some of my most favorite memories. I know, you know, between winning games and winning championships, as we discussed, those relationships I think are important and why people love their team so much and their school so much. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah, I think that's such an important time because you're right. You don't always remember games. You don't always remember stats. You don't remember things like that 10 years from now. But they'll remember, you know, funny things that happened at a hotel or a road trip here or, you know, anything like that. Just the memories they gain from trips like that. It's really cool.
Yeah. And let's talk about Edinburgh, Jess. I went up there, I believe the score is 92-99. A big-time scoring battle, which is really unusual for the Cal Vulcans. We always say, if we're scoring 92 points, you think it would be the W in the win column.
Yeah, if we're scoring 92, we should probably win by 20 points. You know, we don't. We
Exactly.
have a bullseye every game, and it was not 100. So, yeah, gave up too many points. But Edinburgh is a good team, and I think, you know, you want to be undefeated at the end of the day, at the end of the season. But how realistic is that? You know, how many times do you really go undefeated all season long? So I'm kind of proud of the way, you know, there was a point we were down 16 at Edinburgh. And Edinburgh is a great team, and they were shooting lights out. And we fought back. You know, there was a time where I was like, all right, we're going to have to fight back in this game. And I think Abby came up with some huge steals, and we gained some momentum. So I think, yes, we lost. You know, you always want to win. But if we learned anything from that game, it was that we can be down. You know, we can fight back. We have tough kids who can play in those situations. You know, Shauna came in at the end of that game and scored 12 points very, very quickly.
Rattled it off quickly.
Yeah, so it's just like learning our team a little bit. You know, you always want to win, but if you're going to lose, you kind of want to learn some things about your team.
Yeah, and the big thing I think most times, I think people expect coaches, maybe even players, to be so mad after a loss. You know, that's not necessarily the case. When your team battles and fights and just comes up short, it's okay to take it on the chin if you're working hard. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I think it depends how you lose. You know, if we didn't give effort, if we quit, you know, those things, yeah, we'll be really mad about that. But I think we fought. I think we played hard. That's all we ask of them is
just
effort.
came up
so,
short.
yeah, I mean, we scored 92 points. Now, defensively, did we get in and we watched that whole game? Yeah. You know, there's things we need to fix. But you can't fault their effort. So, yeah, those are the things I think we would be mad about. The other things we can fix.
Absolutely. And in terms of going to Gannon, you know, you lose one on the road on a Wednesday, have to get back, practice on that Thursday, practice on that Friday morning, and then hop on the bus and head to Gannon on Friday night to play on Saturday. How important is, you know, that next game to get the W in the win column?
Yeah, I think it's super important. You know, you want to just come back from a loss strong. And I think we did. You know, I think the score, I think we won by 14 or something, but I think it could have been 1 or 2 calls and maybe 20, 25. So I think we played hard. Gannon is a cool place to play. The gym is awesome. Some people don't really like it, but I think it's pretty cool. But you want to just get a win. You want them to feel positive again. We had 2 days of practice after Edinburgh, really, really harping on them on some few things. And I think we came back and we were better.
Absolutely. And coming up, once those games are done, we talk about them here, but really they're gone forever. You can't get those games back, whether it's a win or it's a loss, and then your focus has to be on the next game. And we continually tell our players, next play, next game, you got to finish it out. So speaking of the next game, getting ready to face Slippery Rock. Had a couple days of really solid practice, getting ready. Preparation for Slippery Rock, how do you think it's going?
Well, we're on schedule now. So we're our typical Wednesday, Saturday. So we have our 2 days that we prepare. So, we watch film both those days. We get out and we practice both those days. But this group really, I think, has a different focus. In film, they're paying attention. They're asking questions. On the court, they're kind of wanting to know what's going on. So I think our last 2 days of preparation for Slippery Rock have been good. I can change my mind tomorrow after the game, but I think that they have a good idea of what Slippery Rock does. I think Slippery Rock's a good team. They're up and down. If they're on, having a great day, they could beat anybody. So it's scary. That's the PSAC West, though.
Always competitive, and it doesn't matter who you play in this league. Every day is going to be kind of a dogfight, and something that you talk to your players. How do you get them motivated and ready to go to practice? Tell the viewers. I get to see it in what you say and what you do. But how do you get the players motivated to be able to come in, practice hard for those days, focus, and then be able to play a game?
I think it's just about end results. I think this comes from our older kids too. Like, they've been there. They've been to the NCAA tournament. They've been to the PSAC tournament. And I think they have a good understanding of you have to take every game seriously, because if you, for one game, don't show up and get beat by a team that you shouldn't get beat by, especially at home, that really hurts you in the NCAA tournament. That really hurts you, for ranking. Slippery Rock's 1 game behind us in the PSAC right now. So I think they understand that every game matters.
And if you look at the PSAC West standings right there, IUP, 11-0, unbeaten, both overall and in the PSAC. Cal, Edinburgh, Slippery Rock, Seat. If you look at the standings, it's really, really close this year. Jess, how important are these games coming up?
They're huge. Every game is really important, because I feel like the PSAC West, especially now we're in West play, like you said, every day somebody can get upset, whoever is supposed to win. But I think every day you have to show up. It's 1 game here, 1 game there that makes the difference.
And I think as a player, those games were easy. Not when you were ready for a game. You like to play in the game. How do you tell players to get ready for practice?
I think they just have an understanding that we expect them to practice hard every day.
You will not accept anything less than their best effort.
I think it's just the expectation. I don't ever think they come into a practice thinking, I think maybe I can take this one easy. They never do it. I think it's just the expectation. And I think that obviously comes from us, but I think it comes from our leadership too, because there's been times where I've seen Sierra really get on people about effort, and then it doesn't usually happen again. So I think it's about, our leadership, but then also the players' leadership. And she's not the only one. I think they hold each other accountable because they want the results that working hard gives.
Yeah, and you see in practice, a competitive group. Not too many people want to lose drills. I love when you hear from the players, and sometimes coaches don't even have to speak on the floor, like, we have got to be better. I wonder why they're so competitive. Do you think it's the drills? Do you think it's the kind of people that we're recruiting? What do you think it is?
I think it's a combination, but I also think it's the culture. We set it up to where there's a winner and loser in everything in practice. There's no drill that we just do.
Just to do.
Just to do. Even if it's the whole team, it's a number is our competition then. If we have a goal and everything, and there's a winner and a loser. So it's very much set up to you have to compete. And I don't think naturally anyone wants to lose. And I think our team, they get after it, so then they start talking. So then it gets more competitive. Because at the end of the day, it's just an up back. So if you lose, you're not running for an hour. You're running up and back 1 time. So I think it's just about having pride in that, and wanting to win each drill.
Yeah, and we had have some new people stepping up recently. Let's talk about two people that I think that have had good games and playing a little bit more minutes. DJ Hahn coming out at Gannon, and then Shauna Harrison, the freshman who just won PSAC Freshman of the West this week. Talk to me a little bit about players that haven't been in the starting role but have had a significant impact in the last couple games.
Yeah, and I think when you look at our starters, you can include a couple more people that may start, could start, maybe will start. Like there's a bunch of them that could be in and out. And to me, starting doesn't really matter that much. It's who finishes the game and who gives us good minutes. But DJ had a huge game for us and for herself, I think, at Gannon. We see DJ. We know what she can do. So I feel like maybe this game now she has some confidence going into the next because we need her. She's a great player. And then, as you mentioned, Shauna, I think it's just freshmen taking their time, getting used to our system. It's very new, especially for her. You know what I mean? Her game is very different than what we're trying to get her to do. So I think maybe the second half of the season, she's got it. She's getting it better. But that's with all freshmen because we've had some freshmen play really big minutes in other games for us. Maya has played big minutes in certain games. Lauren has played big minutes early for us. Bree has played big minutes early for us. So I feel like there's different times that they all can give us something different.
Absolutely. And folks, that's basically the end of the Jess Strom Show. We have upcoming games, Slippery Rock at home at 5:30 tomorrow, and then on Saturday at Lock Haven. And you see a lot of West games coming in and finishing it out, but there is the schedule for the rest of January. We thank you for tuning in. We hope that you'll be able to join us, and go Vulcans.